I've come to really discover that self-care is so important because without it, you'll lose yourself. You'll become a slave to the tasks you're doing. And you, my dear, beautiful soul, are worth so much more than what you can do.
Hey friends, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Emmy. I am the founder here at Celebrate Again. I'm on a mission to help you live a lifestyle of celebration through my tools as a yoga teacher and guide in meditations and guide as a couples photographer, experience maker. I want to help you step out of your survival mode and step into a lifestyle of celebration and thriving.
I was a new mom to a very challenging baby. My daughter was 2 years old and we had a very, very rough start to our lives together, and my body started to break down. I lost the use of both my wrists for about a year. I was unable to do strenuous activities, including picking her up normally. I had to scoop her up underneath and couldn't pick her up with my wrist. I couldn't do the dishes. I couldn't even hold a coffee mug with one hand. I was also forced to close my business at the height of my career for what at the time I thought would be forever. I was a mom, and my husband and I had really fallen into the cultural standards of the wife stays at home and takes care of the kid and takes care of the house, and the husband goes to work. Except I was also running a successful wedding photography business at the time. And I just thought because I was a woman, I had to do it all. And I felt like I could even do it better than my husband, which, at the time was probably true. Well, I'll be completely honest. So, my husband had his job, and we should have really become co-home caretakers and and I should have hired a nanny sooner. But I never asked for that. And my husband is not a natural caretaker and inclined to be a servant. And so it didn't even consider it. And that's something I just want to thank him so much verbally right here for growing in. He's grown so much in that, and it's been a beautiful journey. But I just had this belief system that because I was a woman, I knew I could do it all and I could do it even better. And I was like, yeah, I can do this. And I was burnt out, I was exhausted, and I was very, very sick. And I always felt like this mindset is empowering, right? But it's a bit ironic because really it's the most debilitating mindset we put on women and we put on ourselves, because you don't have to do it all. Just want to say that again. You don't have to do it all. Just because you can do it all doesn't mean you have to do it all. So becoming sick really taught me the importance of asking for help. And this is something I've shared on before. And I'm happy to share an article I wrote for themighty.com if you want to dive into more of my story behind how I learned to ask for help again. But more than that, I learned how to take care of myself and the importance of it, because I was forced to. I was literally forced to. And that's something I don't want other people to have to go through. It's if you can learn the easy way, learn the easy way. Don't have to learn everything the hard way. So this is hard for me to admit, but it's true. Up until last year, I pushed myself through copious amounts of work in pain to get things done. And if I'm honest, I still have to do a daily check-in about this. I can work super hard, and I've grown up being rewarded for being a hard worker. But that's not always been a good thing for me. And because I was never taking care of myself, I had learned to ignore my body. I had learned to ignore my needs to get stuff done. And in my mind, I thought, if I don't do this right now, it won't get done and no one else can do this. Like that was going through my mind. And I feel like as a business owner too, like I'm run the ship. I do everything that, you know, that you need to do to run a business by myself. And I have Brittany, my partner photographer, but she's only the photographer. Everything else behind the ship of Celebrate Again and Searching for the Light, when it was that a couple years ago, was just me doing all this work. This subconscious thought really led me into bad cycles of pushing myself to get things done. And, my body literally would crash after doing so much. And because I am sick, and maybe for you, your body doesn't crash, but you're like filled with an extreme amount of anxiety, or you feel tired all the time, or you feel overwhelmed, or you feel like you just have so much on your plate, you can't stay caught up. And you wake up and go to bed overwhelmed. And, like if you're feeling that way, I really believe it's around this mindset. And, you may not have those high consequences of pushing your body as hard, like as consequential as me. Like I sometimes would have to have a full bed day after pushing really hard, because I wasn't listening to my body and was doing too much, and in this mindset that no one else could do what I'm doing, and I had to get it all done. So I feel like this mindset really bred a lifestyle of little time for joy for me and for play. And honestly, I feel like I forgot how to play, which was extremely heartbreaking for me personally. And it was only really working through with an amazing therapist at a time in my life when I was suicidal and just at the end of my rope, and I was dealing with a lot of grief. And through our conversations, I really realized that underneath all of my grief, and a lot of times for people too, this could be anger too, underneath that was parts of myself that I had lost. And a part of myself that I lost was playfulness. And that just wrecked me, that in this need to do everything, this need to not take care of myself, and do feel like I had to be a workhorse, I lost myself. I lost the playfulness of myself. And if you're someone who has known me in high school or known me in earlier parts of my life, you'd be surprised by that, because I've always been a silly, playful person, and it had been gone for a long time, because of this mindset and this way I was operating. And me trying to fit into the cultural norms of trying to do it all instead of asking for help, instead of choosing self-care, I literally lost parts of myself. And it's still a long road to recovery, and I'm still on the journey. But I'm learning more and more every day, and built really strong rhythms for myself to take care of myself. One of them is doing yoga regularly, and that forcing me to slow down, get in my body, listen to what's happening in my emotions, through the movement, meditation, and little things I do throughout the day, like take baths every night, has really helped me and give myself freedom to play with my daughter more often, because I love it. It's not as natural as it used to be to me to play, but it's coming back. It's been buried behind grief, and it's coming back, and it's so wonderful when it does. So to all my fellow super women who have been told you can do it all and you can do it all, you're amazing because you can do it all. But what if you say, the next time your kitchen's messy or you're trying to finish a big project, you take a step back and you consider, how can I take care of myself right now? Do I need to finish this big project right now? Do I need to do this right now? Or can I take care of myself? Can I go step outside and just take a glorious, deep breath of fresh air? Can I turn on a meditation? Can I turn on some music? Can I go play with my kids, play with my dog? Just taking a moment from your to-do list to do something joyful for your heart. So, as always, I want to leave you all with a meditation. So you can pause this and come back to it another time when you feel like you're ready for a meditation. Yeah, so this is a good meditation just to remind yourself that you are worth taking care of yourself, that you are worth nourishment. And yeah, so you can just hop off in this for later if you're not ready to do a meditation right now. Otherwise, I would love to lead you in that. I personally love to do meditations laying down because I feel super relaxed doing that. And it's really important in meditations that we align our body and communicate to our body with our body language, that we are going into a time of relaxation. We're going into a time of care. Oftentimes our body language is holding emotions for us and holding places for us. So it's important that even in meditations that we notice our bodies and we tend to our postures in our bodies. So traditional meditation will have you sit upright and you're stacking your spine, your ears over your shoulders. Shoulders are relaxed down your chin, your back, and your shoulders are over your hips. This, for me personally, is a lot of work because of my illnesses. And so it's very taxing on my body to hold this posture. And if you are not been training a lot in yoga, this might be challenging for you too. You may find yourself starting to slouch in the middle of a meditation, and there's no shame in that. That's just where your body is. And it takes training to learn to sit up straight and have strength and be able to stay in a posture that's communicating to your body that we're nourishing, versus like this is strenuous and this is hard, because we want to get out of that. I encourage you to lay down if you haven't been meditating for a long time, or lean back in a chair somewhere where you can get your spine in alignment. It's just most important. Okay, rant over about alignment. And come into laying down wherever you are and just come to notice your breath. If it feels good, you can close your eyes. If not, just find a gaze soft ahead and trying not to catch on to anything. And just breathe in and out. Just see if you can expand through your belly and your ribs. Just finding a little bit of length in your breath. Taking an inhale a little bit longer than you thought. And an exhale maybe a couple seconds longer than you thought. And letting and pushing that one drop of air out. Doing that again, we're just slowing our breath down, tapping into our parasympathetic nervous system that helps us get out of fight or flight, get out of the hurry, get out of the doing, into the being right here, to presence, and observation, and nourishment. Inhale in, exhale out. And I love in my meditations to go someplace beautiful. For me, it is floating in the water, in the warm tropical waters. Feeling the ocean hold me up. But maybe for you, it's someplace you've been before. Maybe you've never been there. You've just seen a photo of it. Watched a video on it. Wherever you want to go, head there in your imagination. Just let your mind's imagination run free here. Just try to notice your surroundings in your place you've chosen. What are you feeling? Sand beneath your toes, grass underneath, squishing with every step. There are leaves crunching underneath you. And you bobbing on the water. What do you hear? Birds singing in the distance. The laughter of children playing. Giggles. Waves. Trees rustling. Fallen twigs crunching underneath your feet. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Do you smell anything in your place you've gone? Salty air, the dew on the leaves. You're in a field of flowers. Maybe you're at a childhood home. It's fresh baked pie in the oven, or cookies, whatever you want to smell. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Okay. I just want you to repeat these mantras with me, these sayings. Inhale, I am worthy. Exhale, of self-care. Inhale, I am worthy. Exhale, of self-care. Inhale, I've done enough. Exhale, I am enough. 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 Inhale, I don't have to. Exhale, do it all. Inhale, I don't have to. Exhale, do it all. Inhale, I am enough. Exhale, right here. Inhale, I am. Exhale, enough. Inhale, I am. Exhale, enough. Just keep breathing, friends. Stay in your magical place, repeating these mantras to yourself. That you are enough, right here, right now, just being. You are enough. Feel free to just pause this and turn it off. Stay in this meditation in your imagination as long as you want. If you feel ready, just begin to rub your fingers together. wiggling your toes, and just feeling some surface around you. Just coming back into awareness of the room your body's in. Returning your breath to its normal cadence. You can open your eyes. I hope that helped you feel wonderful, friends. If you want to take a first step into self-care, I have a self-care yoga video that I would love to send your way. I will link to it below, and you can get access to this full-length exclusive class that's only available this way via this link. And it is a part of my yoga membership and my self-care yoga membership that I would love to invite you to, and to try that self-care yoga class to really embody self-care, learn to slow down, learn to listen, and give yourself what you need. And if you would like to learn more about my membership, you can head to celebrateagain.org/membership and learn about the resources I have to help you tap into self-care on a more regular basis through the tools of yoga and meditation. And I would love to support you along your journey. Feel free to join my Facebook group called Joyful Relationship Tribe, Self-Care, Yoga, and Travel. And I would love to see you there too, to support you. If this meditation, if this conversation was helpful, please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to keep creating this content for you all, but I'd love to know if it's helpful. And feel free to share this with anyone who else might need this. And I will leave you all with Namaste, which means the divine in me sees the divine in you. All right. Bye-bye.